Be brought to you. Okay, we're going to have one more person.
Fantastic.
Oh, Adrian's going to be here as well. We have Adrian Brody here, who was second in the celebrity division this year. Back for a second ride. So we got our top 3 celebrity finishers and our overall champion, Jimmy Vassar. Got questions over there?
Laura from It.News. Brian Green, how does it feel to beat Adam Carolla?
I'm so happy I'm alive. He was really, man, he went for it. I don't know if you guys got...
We all went for it.
No, but he was, I mean, he was brilliant. He was trying to knock me into the wall in straightaways. Like, he was not messing around. What a great, it's such a great group of guys to be up here with. This is surreal. This is amazing. Zach and Adrian, we all pushed each other. We absolutely did. You could tell by the times when we were practicing and qualifying, it was, you know, we ran hard and we pushed each other, and it was a good group. I hope that this group is here next year. I'd love to do it again.
Oh, we won't be. You will. Yeah, that's the bonus for Brian. He gets to go back with the red cars.
Yeah.
Questions?
Brian, how does it compare to 14 years ago when you first ran the race?
There's no comparison. 14 years ago, I couldn't believe I was driving a race car, and that they were allowing me to. So I didn't really pay attention to the details of driving and what it is that makes you fast. To me, I just thought you step on it. You know, you push it as hard as you can. If you don't hit something, then you're going the fastest, and that doesn't really apply, I found out.
Please, not everybody at once.
Did all the reps, right? I mean, there was a lot of reps this year. Was it like bumper cars? I mean, what was it like driving with all that going on?
We didn't see
Most
any
of it
the
was
red
yellow
cars.
flag, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we kept coming around corners and there'd be another car there, not moving. So I think Jamie was the first car we saw.
Yeah, Jamie, as a matter of fact, actually watched the majority of the race in the compound because he just jumped out of his car, and the next thing I turned around, there's Jamie standing with us watching the rest of the race. So that was a little bizarre.
But yeah, Tony, Chris, gosh man, I guess Chris really hit something hard because there were people putting a fire out of his engine. No, that was Chris's car.
Yeah, Chris is the one who actually...
Oh, he hit Jesse. Oh, right. How is Jesse doing?
He's doing okay.
Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, he's leaving on a G5 right now. And Tony ended up over in the tires, I guess, and I don't know. We were pinballing around. Once these yahoos got up into us, then you know you're just holding on for dear life. But I guess that's what kind of makes it fun. It's not your car.
We all thought we would, let's say, lap the field a lot quicker.
What was your thoughts? Were you kind of surprised that they were really holding the line, holding back
I
a
knew
little
that
bit?
they were going to be hard to get to for sure because the front group has been fast since we were out in the desert. You know, I was surprised there was as much beating and banging and carnage going on. I think Carolla, tried to take me out when I wasn't going by him. And Tony Hawk, I mean, just sideswiping in the door. So it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot more work than I thought trying to keep the thing pointed straight. I was almost in the tires a few times, and I mean, the last lap, or last 2 laps, I think it was. The last lap, Brian hit me, but it was Tanner that just drilled him in the back. So it was
a great man sandwich to me in the middle of that. I was like, I couldn't be more honored to be stuck between these two, you know.
And Brian and Adrian had such a great race going on the last restart. I laid back a few seconds so they could have it themselves, and they were going down the front straight at the restart, banging. And I think it was Adrian.
You wouldn't let me get past.
Adrian, yeah, I think Brian was blocking a little
Well,
bit.
my car was just, by that point, the steering wheel was barely on my car, so I was like, I have nothing to lose now.
And Adrian got in the oil in between 1 and 2 and slid wide, so and then when I went around.
Yeah. And the problem with all the debris on the road is, obviously, you learn to see where they are, but you can't tell. Oil spread onto the course looks exactly like the rubber from all the racing. So right out of turn 1, as I was going, after I made that turn, I hit like a major patch of oil,
and I saved myself from going head on into the wall, right around the flower pot. And that blew my race a bit, but I stayed ahead, and then we just got close, and then it became a course.
The last lap I was on Adrian's butt, and I saw you drive over the fountain. I actually saw that happen. Yeah, I was wondering if it was possible.
I was scrubbing the oil off my tires.
I was wondering if it was possible,
with the
and all of a
brush.
sudden I saw like a dandelion floating there. I'm like, oh my god, that is possible.
Because I hit the wall the last time. Real
I'm gonna
across the
shave
way.
this time.
I have a question for Jimmy with your racing experience. I mean, the last 2 laps, as Adrian's talking about, there are cars all over the place. There's oil all over the place. There's debris all over the place. Is that normal to still be racing under those conditions?
No, it's not. It's not normal.
So
Normally you take the cars off the track.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still out there. The guy can forget, and I remember Mario Andretti in, I think it was Toronto, and back in the early 90s, he forgot there was a car that parked, pulled out the pass, and there was the car parked, and slammed right into it. And, so it's dangerous to actually leave cars out there, I think. But
Oh, you're only
it was
celebrity.
more like an obstacle course.
It was a graveyard of cars. It was
I think when I went around you, I went around the outside of that bumper that was on the back side.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Hey Jimmy, how much pressure was Tanner giving you there at the end?
Well, yeah, he was giving me some pressure. He was trying to knock me out, really.
With me.
I know that he's doing a little TV show on Speed with Paul Tracy, who we're going to announce here shortly after this. And I know Paul told him to take faster out, just ram him in the back, and I was trying to do that. And I would get a little distance when we had clear air, and then when we started coming through traffic again, he would be right back on me. We had a great time, and but he needs to hit me a little harder next time to spin me out.
Oh, there you go.
That's a challenge. You're actually challenging.
That's a challenge.
Gauntlet. Drop.
Yeah. We have a question over here.
Hey Jimmy, thanks. Congratulations. Comparing this win to your first track at 96, and would you ever do it again?
Oh, I'd love to do it again. It's a great honor to be invited to do this. Good fun, good camaraderie. Like Danny McKeever says, everybody's best friends on the weekend, and you forget that in the race. And we get to do it for charity, to raise some money for children's hospitals. And I think they're nearing up $2 million in total from the program since inception, and that's fantastic. So I would love to do it again. In comparison to the other races, it's really hard to compare. That we have open wheels and we can't bang around like that. I've never really been tossed around like that in a race. I feel like I've been violated.
Any other questions? Question right there.
Zach, you were talking earlier in the race about the pole position. You were talking earlier in the race about the pole position and how tough it might be to keep it. What was going through your mind as you were trying to keep that slot?
Well, I lost it right away, so I didn't have to worry about that. It's funny. I don't know, man. I mean, I felt good. I said a little prayer beforehand. I just wanted to have fun. I wanted everybody to be safe, and I knew it was going to be incredibly challenging from the beginning. I mean, me and Adrian and Brian and Adam and we've all been right on each other, from practice to the days here at Long Beach. So I knew that sitting on the pole wasn't necessarily going to be a great thing for me, anyway. And Adrian was, he raced this last year. I think he was just really prepared to just watch, that green flag just starting to come out.
Yeah, I had 2 people jump me on last year. I didn't qualify as well either, so I was further back in the lineup. And then I remembered just to be hyper alert of when that's going to drop because, I had 2 people pass me on my
And so Adrian was right on it. He gunned it, and then I was like, okay, well I'm giving up pole right now. This is it, from first to second like that. And then I started to trying to squeeze in to get the line to make the turn in turn 1, and apparently Corolla was in my blind spot because I started touching him. But in a very,
masculine
I'm touching him. Anyway, yes. And then Adrian and I were. And then Adrian and I were, 1 and 2. We were good all the way through the first lap there, and then in the straightaway, I misshift in 4th. I just ate 4th, and then Brian, Adam. So in 1 lap, 1st and 4th, awesome. But then the four of us stay together, and and then I don't know. It's just you're just doing everything you can to hold on and stay with them, and then these guys come up and kind of mix it all up, and you just do your best.
Using the Chuck analogy, were you flashing before, during the middle, or at the end of the race?
I'm glad you gave him the mic. I couldn't hear anything he was saying before that. No, I'm kidding. No, I could. I was. That's sarcasm. Using the Chuck analogy, I didn't flash at all. I didn't. No, clearly, I didn't win. I think Chuck would have won had he flashed this guy. He would have had like Jimmy Vassar icons coming into. You know what I mean? No, I don't know, man. I had a great time. It's amazing. Even getting hit. When do you get to do that? Legally, really.